Yo guys, it's QB from the Chopper Express bringing you my Carta Magica tournament review. Also just a little, at the end there'll be a slight discussion about meta versus playing a rogue deck. But first I'll go through the deck, talk about a little bit about my matchups throughout the tournament, and talk about my finish. Not too proud of the finish, but just on the grind to the top of the regionals in October, so we will continue just keep working. Just get to the deck list. Decided to play Rob Lucci again. If you've been watching the channel a lot, this is the leader that I've been playing throughout the format. Reason was going into this one, I felt like the Zoro deck that had just won the Gen Con. I felt like actually that the Rob Lucci had a good matchup into that one because it's not as aggressive as the previous list of Zoro that are going around, which kind of proved true throughout the tournament. I ended up playing 6 Zoros. 4 of them I felt like weren't playing any Rush Zoros. I beat all those 4-0. My 2 losses to the other Zoros one was like kind of mid aggro playing Rush Zoro, but one of them I kind of messed up, not recognizing whether or not I had another turn, and then the other one I kind of bricked. So I felt like going to the tournament, Rob Lucci had a strong matchup into red essentially, including Whitebeard. I've been testing that with my friend Andrew No going into the tournament, and it felt really strong. But to get into the list, I played for the Navies. I played 4 brand new, 4 Borsellino. This is all kind of standard stuff. 4 Kuzan, 4 Sakazuki, and 2 Isho. I wanted to play a 3rd Isho going in, but kind of glad I didn't, just because this card is really good against the Whitebeard and the Dofi matchup, but you don't get to play it in the Zoro matchup at all. But essentially, this card I kind of look for in the Dofi matchup because it's a card that kind of helps you contest pressure when they summon Mihawk. If you don't have this, or if the board's like kind of even and they have Mihawk, then you're kind of just fall behind really fast, or you have to turn on to an aggro game plan. 4 Tashigi, 4 Suo for 2Ks for the Navies. I don't know how many Navies that is, but it should be enough for that brand new never misses. For CP9s, I played 4 Khalifa, 4 Fukuro, 2 Kamidori, 4 Kaku, and 4 Bluno. As you can see, I didn't play Spandom anymore. I just felt like it was kind of inconsistent. And the fact that it was a 1-2K body against Zoro, I feel like didn't matter as much going into now, since the hyper aggressive version wasn't kind of running around. I felt like so it's just kind of a read that I wanted to make on the meta, that you just didn't need Spandom anymore, and it feels really bad when Spandom misses versus when brand new misses. You can kind of like say if brand new misses that like you can still Kaku and do things, or your Blue Note is live. I think the only thing I kind of wish you could make the argument for it, and this one is playing a 3rd Kamidori. Card is basically just in the grave, just needs to be in the grave so that Bluno can bring back an attacker if needed. And then for events, I played 2 Meteor Volcano and then 4 Shockwave. This was the 49th and 50th card. Was testing out Tempest Kick for a little bit, but it was just like, wasn't doing enough. But this card works in the Zoro matchup, and whenever you have Kuzan, it works in every other matchup as well. So that's why I decided to play Meteor Volcano. And then off life, it kind of helps you fix your hand a little bit and look for Sakazuki, which is the best card in the deck in most matchups. My matchups for the tournament, played against 6 Zoros, 1 Law, 2 Dofi, and 1 Luffy. I ended up going 6-4, and this kind of gets into the topic that we're talking about when we're playing road decks such as Rob Lucci. They aren't like considered the best deck. I usually say that like in the best player's hands, Rob Lucci is probably the best deck, because if you play well, I think the deck really rewards you for that. Compared into like playing a meta deck, it's kind of more, the difference in skill level comes, I feel like, at the deck building phase versus the actual playing matchup phase. And playing road decks kind of rewards you for knowing your good and bad matchups and staying on your plan. And so that kind of talks to how when you're testing out your rogue decks, I think that you should really figure out what your good matchups are and what your bad matchups are, and what tech cards that can you play in your deck in order to either fix those matchups or mitigate them to where they're closer to a 50-50 than like a 30-70 at the time. So, and for instance, Rob Lucci, when I talked to a lot of people, said people believe that the Zoro matchup was really bad, but after I kind of figured out what my plan was going into that matchup, I felt like I was seeing a lot more success, really. So, and then for meta decks, you kind of just want to start with trying to just look at the deck building phase and see if you can really make your deck list different from the other deck lists out there to give you that edge in those mirrors. I feel like that's kind of what the good players are doing on that end as well. But this is just my Rob Lucci list. Again, I went 6-4. Two of my losses, I felt like I had room where I could have played a little bit better and ended at least X3 or X2 at the time. One was a brick and then one was Law doing Law things. So this is more just a video saying that if I just would have continued to play well as I was in the early part of the tournament, I think I would have saw the success that I was really looking for. But thanks for watching. We'll have more deck profiles coming later. I think my friend Edwin should be posting his category list from the Mega Case tournament pretty soon. So keep on the lookout for that, and just continue to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.